Good afternoon, Dr. McMichael. My name is Hannah Harvey, and today I'm going to be giving you a comprehensive overview of my final portfolio for text and technology. In this video, I'll be going over the rhetorical situation, my design choices, content, and why I've included the projects that I have. Thank you so much for your time. All right, so I'm going to take you through, again, the rhetorical situation, design, and why I included the projects that I did. So let's go over the rhetorical situation first. My audience is potential employers. The purpose is to market myself to potential employers, and the context is viewing my portfolio on a mobile or a desktop format. So all of the design choices that I make need to make sure that the site is easy to navigate, it emphasizes my work, and it sets up a professional identity. Otherwise, I haven't done a good job. So getting into the overall design of my portfolio, it is very minimalist and it includes a lot of white space, and it's very simplistic when it comes to the overall color scheme. So when we look at the header image up here, I've included this lavender background, which is also in all of the buttons on the website, most principally here on the homepage. And this is just the homepage, so you can enter the site. You can choose if you want to learn more about me, if you just want to go straight to my work, or if you want to contact me immediately. But this lavender is a color that I honestly just liked, but when I looked at the color theory and psychology of it, lavender speaks to intellect and it signals contemplation. It's also cerebral in nature, and it's also pretty subdued, more importantly. So I'll still be able to emphasize my projects, be minimalist if I want, and intertwine them that way. So as far as fonts go, I chose the serif font up here to establish my sense of professionalism. I think that serif fonts just look cleaner, they make you look more professional, and people take you more seriously when you use them. As far as for all the other fonts though, I've used a sans serif font with sort of bolded black text in the headers to signify an emphasis on focusing on that, set up that repetition so these headers are used everywhere. And then I have this sans serif body text everywhere is there. I use sans serif because I've learned in web design that it's more readable on a web platform. So that's what I went with. I've also used hyperlinks throughout the portfolio and emphasized them in this lavender writing. So if you click this, it takes you to the PTW website. I use lavender in the icons to create that sense of cohesion. Same thing with this purple and the buttons here. So just keeping to those three colors. On my resume, I use lavender here to set that up. So I've used repetition a lot. I've tried to align it as best as possible, create that contrast. And these are hyperlinked here as well. For the projects, if you just want to click it with your finger or your mouse, you can go straight to the page. So these serve as hyperlinks, and then you can click this and just go straight to the linked PDF if you want to see the full thing. As far as navigation too, I've included the home page or about me at the end of every portfolio page. On the resume, I also included home, projects, and about me. And then again, on about me, I have this table of contents there as well. As far as why I created the pages that I did, I wanted to have the home page, and if you click my name, it's hyperlinked. You can go back there to create a sense of my identity with some fun personality. So my background is primarily in journalism, so I wanted to give a sort of shout out to that here. These are both vintage photos right here from the New York Times, and I thought they looked really cool, and they help to establish that contrast again with black and white because my portfolio is black, white, and lavender / purple. And I like this page here because it's female writer throwing papers around, kind of having fun. So it sets me up as a sort of creative personality type, which is the tone I want to give. As far as the photos for my projects, I wanted to include colorful excerpts, and I went away from the black and white because I wanted to emphasize the color that's included in my portfolios. And I thought this was more eye-catching than having just a black and white photo, and I wanted to give the projects justice. If you notice on all of my photos, except for on the home page, I've included this sort of border that's kind of like a shadow because there's a lot of white space, and if I didn't give this some kind of border, it would look flat. So I thought this would bring these to life if I use this. Same thing on my About Me page. I do this for all these photos as well. I don't do it on the homepage just because I think that these photos should be flat against this white background because they're kind of flat in tone to begin with. Getting to other content, more specifically the projects that I've included, I chose to include projects, manuals, articles, long form writing, and design because I thought that these 4 types of genres most clearly demonstrated my ability to participate in project management, collaborate, show my emphasis in writing, and then design. And so if you go to each page, I've included the PTW objective as kind of a subhead, and that gives you a heads up for what the section is about overall. And that is kind of about it for my portfolio itself. All right, well, that was my full portfolio. I hope you have a better understanding of why I designed it how I did, and thank you again for watching this week. Happy finals.